ありがとうございました。ありがとうございました。
リソナグループ B リーグオールスターゲームウィークエンド2025 in 船橋スペシャルオープニングパフォーマンス飾っていただいたのは今シーズンの B リーグテーマソングを歌ってくださっていますストーンズの皆さんです
お邪魔しました。
お邪魔しております。
いやーぶち上げていただきましたけれども、はいジェシーさん、
はい、
B リーグとのコラボレーションボーラーズ、今回ね担当していただいてるわけなんですけども、はい、B リーグとのコラボレーションいかがでしたか？
最高でしたね。僕たちお邪魔してる側なんですけれども、こうして皆さんが一つになったことをとても嬉しく思っております。ありがとうございます。
さあそして京本さん、
はい、
このバスケットボールコートの中でこれだけのマスコットに囲まれてのパフォーマンスいかがでした？
バスケットコートでパフォーマンスさせていただくだけでも本当珍しいことで光栄なんですけど、こんなね可愛らしいユニークな皆さんと一緒に楽しく踊れて本当に幸せです。ありがとうございます。
盛り上げていただいてこちらこそ本当にありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
楽しいです。
さあでは、本当に多くのファン詰めかけてくださいました、ファンの皆さんに向けてジェシーさんメッセージお願いします。
そうですね、今日はもう今日しかないので皆さん全力で声出して僕たちも頑張って応援しますので、皆さん一つになって好きな選手みんなで応援していきましょう。おー、ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございました。
さあではこのオールスターゲーム開幕宣言をソンズ皆さんどうぞよろしくお願いします。
はい、ではやらせていただきます。リソナグループ B リーグオールスターゲームウィークエンド2025 in 船橋開幕します。
Good afternoon, basketball fans, and welcome to Lala Arena here in Tokyo Bay, Funabashi. This is the start of the B.LEAGUE All-Star Weekend 2025, and we're glad you're joining us for today's festivities. Everything starts today, capping off with tomorrow's All-Star game. But before anything else, we're going to see the young stars showcase what they can do right here, right now. Anthony Starr here together with Josh Bett. And Josh, great to be working with you once again as we see a lot of these young stars from Japanese basketball.
Always great to be back with you, Anthony. 12 months ago, we were doing the same event, and what an event it is to be live here at the Lala Bay Arena. A new arena, the home of the Chiba Jets, and now hosting the B.LEAGUE All-Star Game.
Well, we're going to be starting off first with a skills challenge. We're also going to have a three-point shootout and also the slam dunk competition. What among these contests for you excites you?
Well, where to pick from, Anthony? I mean, the skill set competition was amazing last year. Great to see Shinoyama back in the mix for this and Yuki Tsugashi, but I gotta tell you, I will be looking for the three-point contest, and the reason for that is whenever you watch these Japanese national team players play for their team, they always seem to light it up from the perimeter, so no doubt exciting times ahead.
Right now, let's see some of the highlights here from previous action. A lot of these stars are going to be right here at the Lala Arena. And that is a gentleman that is on your screens right now doing the local commentary for Japanese coverage. Storied career for him. Right now we are focused on all of the young stars here in Japanese basketball, and so far so good. You know, are you surprised, Josh, that things have gone so quickly? We're now at the halfway point, 30 games already done. It seems like we just started our first couple of games probably yesterday.
Well, as you said, the season goes by so quickly, but you look at the commentary team there, you got Watanabe from Utsunomiya Brexit. Great to see former and current players now doing the same profession we're at. But as you said, it's been an exciting year in the B-League, and many more great things to come. Anthony, I'm already looking at the three-point contest. Makoto Hiyajima and Yuta Watanabe. I couldn't tell you who I have my money on.
Well, if you asked me before the start of this season, actually, I would have said maybe Yuta Watanabe should have been a lock for it. But Yuta has not been playing as well, and he has really been struggling from the field as of late in the past couple of weeks. So, if it'll be good for him to be able to finally hit his stride in the competition today.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he picked up that injury on the opening game day when they played the Utsunomiya Brexit. There was a bit of controversy surrounding it because he was closed out by Makoto Hiyajima, but he did go to X, or Twitter as we formerly know, to kind of back his former teammate. And I think, as you mentioned, coming back from that injury, he has been, in my mind, one of the best players in the B-League.
Oh, definitely. No question about that. In fact, for him to have left the NBA and said he wanted to continue his career in Japan, that's a big boost for Japanese basketball. But at the same time, everybody looking forward to him to come up with stellar games day in, day out. And that's also very difficult to do, Josh.
As you mentioned, leaving the NBA, the most prestigious league in basketball as we speak of today, to come back to the B-League just shows the growth. And look, what a sight to see so many mixed B-League fans as we take a look now at the skill challenges. And I got to tell you, Yuki Tsugashi along with Shinoyama, veteran players, but watch out for Takumi Saito, one of the best PGs right now in the B-League.
Oh, definitely. There you have the competitors for the G-Shock Skills Challenge. And boy, just looking at these guys, everybody might have to say that Yuki Togashi, being one of the veterans here, might be a favorite, but Ryusei Shinoyama, as you said, a fan favorite. Very glad to have him back in the competition.
Well, he became very close last year, Anthony, as we were in Okinawa for the All-Star Games. I think he'll be looking to try and win this competition back. But as you said, the other contenders as well, you got Yuto Imanishi, and not to mention Aichi Yu, so this will be very competitive.
Oh, definitely. No question about that. And what a way to be able to start things off. Takumi Saito, one of the quickest players that we have here in the B-League. So, really, if you decide to choose somebody here, it's going to be very hard to choose. And here we have the competition from last year. Well, this gentleman right now is not with the B-League anymore. He is in the NBA.
He's chasing his dream. I do remember this matchup. It was when we called this last year, and it was very close between him and Shinoyama. And, friendly words between them before this, but it was Kawamura who left with the victory.
You see Shinoyama there saying, "What did I do to deserve this?" But Kawamura paying homage to one of the people that he idolizes. And that was a great moment last year, definitely, Josh.
Well, Anthony, when we go back, as now we look at the three-point skills contest, and we've already mentioned about Hiyajima. Good to see Bobby Ray Parks Jr., who's also having a great season with Osaka Vesa. And who could count out the likes of Richie Kishimoto? But I really want to go to is the fact that this is the opening season for the La Bay Arena for the Chiba Jets and now the All-Star Game. This should be the minimum opus of where the B-League progresses.
Well, I definitely agree with you there. You have all of them. You got Sekiya, Watanabe, Parks, Yamazaki from the Dragonflies, Hiyajima, of course, one of the legends already of Japanese basketball. Naoto Chuji has been having a tremendous season. And of course, Kishimoto, the defending champion, wants to be able to retain that title of his.
Well, no doubt his range is limitless, as we've seen with the Golden Kings now making themselves #1 in the Western Conference. But I got to see Yamazaki last season live in the flesh when we went to the BCL Asian Dubai, and watching him warm up, that man doesn't miss a three-pointer, Anthony, but it'll be interesting to see how he does in front of 10,000 fans here at the La Bay Arena.
So many things to look forward to. And then we're going to cap things off with the slam dunk competition just a little bit later on. But you know, these are for the kids. They just love all these mascots. This is actually the only place you're going to see all these mascots complete in one single venue.
Definitely the B-League has done a magnificent job of making it a family, fun environment. You know, as you mentioned, you always see B-League fans, or games, of course, with fans of opposing teams, and there's definitely a amount of respect and homage paid by the fans for the game. And as you said, it's a terrific performance, and here's a look at the likes of Kishimoto winning it last season in Okinawa.
He got off to a very good start, and he was able to sustain that effort all throughout.
Well, his thing is consistency, as you see it in games. And every time anybody tries to defend him, they have to chase him around the court. But you know, once he gets into a groove, whether it's in this three-point shootout or in a game, he's very much on clutch. He never misses.
Oh, that's for sure. A tremendous performance from him last year. He's going to look to duplicate that here this afternoon. But you've got a jam-packed arena, and why not? These are tickets that are so hard to come by. Everybody wanted to be able to see all these stars in just one spot. And then we're going to have the Captain America Brave New World. That's going to be the new movie from Disney and from Marvel. And they're going to be our main sponsors for the dunk contest. And we've got 3 of them: Anthony, Troy, and the defending champion, Cole.
Cole Flippin, he definitely, if you go back to last season, where we had, I believe his name was Stefan's, I can't remember his name now. He's back in Europe. He's playing in Spain. But, I mean, he was the obvious winner of last season's dunk contest. But Cole Flippin, I imagine he'll be looking to regain this. Well, I say regain, but he came up short last year. But no doubt he'll be looking to try and make amends for last season's defeat in the dunk contest.
Well, when you look at Cole Flippin and the size that he brings to the floor, but then he just has so much height in his jumps, that really is so impressive. But again, you know, as of late, you know, you see a lot of these young players, doesn't matter how tall they are, they show everybody that they can really get up there. Here's Sebastian Saiz.
Well, this is really winding back the clock. This is when he played for Sun Rocket Shibuya. So again, it just goes to show how many greats have performed in this contest.
And there's Cole Flippin, as you can see. Not the tallest of individuals, but at the same time, you know he can really get up there.
There he is, DJ Stephens, now playing in Spain here for UCAM Murcia. When he signed only a month ago to play here in Spain, the first thing everybody was tweeting was, somebody protect the rim that this guy is going to be dunking on.
Well, unfortunately, he is out of the B-League, and so he's not going to be here to defend his title. But Ko says, okay, that might give me a better chance. So those are going to be the 3 competitions we're going to be having for you here this afternoon. And then we're going to have the Rising Stars up against the Asia All-Stars right after that. But we're going to begin here with our very first competition, the G-Shock Skills Challenge. As we usher in All-Star Weekend for 2025.
Well, you made a good point earlier, Anthony, when you looked at the crowd. I mean, there's not a single empty seat here tonight, and I know many people that travel to Japan that always ask me, how do I get a ticket in town? My first response to them always is, I have no idea, because as you mentioned, there's such high demand to come to these events.
Well, people go to the website, they can actually get all the information there, but getting tickets is another thing, especially for such a big event like the All-Star Weekend. You've got to get your tickets early and quickly. And for the fans' point of view, they'd like to be able to see their stars in a different light, in a little lighter of setting. Right now, let's have the intros of the players participating here today.
Second challenger 巧みなフェイクはここでは封印あざとく王座をかっさらう名古屋ダイヤモンドフェンス斉藤匠 Third challenger 台湾から来た次世代ファンタジスタシゴン・レイクス ユー・アイチャー Fourth challenger 復活した世代最強選手船橋の血を颯爽とかけるアルバルク東京大倉颯太本日はコンディション不良のため欠場です Fifth challenger 千葉と日本の大エース日本バスケ界の顔千葉ジャッツ富樫勇樹 Sixth challenger, the symbol of All-Star Game, Higan Chojue, Kawasaki Brave Thunders, Shinoyama Ryusei!以上の5選手が己の技能、身体能力すべてを出し切りベストタイムを競い合いますそれではルールをご説明いたします最初に5つの障害物の間をドリブルで抜けた後スポットに直接パスを投げ入れます続いてフリースローを決め折り返し再度ドリブルとパスを行った後はラストスリーポイントシュートを成功させてゲームクリアとなります制限時間は60秒60秒以内でクリアできなければチャレンジ失敗となります6つの種目をすべて成功させかつ最もタイムの速い
So now this is the lull before the storm as the players just try to warm up a little bit here, Josh, and then we're going to get underway.
Well, Andy, I think we just got notice that Sota Okora is not going to be available due to an injury, I believe. But one thing I want to take note of, I'm very interested to know Yuki Togashi's fashion at the moment. Coming out with track pants and some, I want to call those not even Converse trainers. They're very unusual shoes that he's wearing at the moment.
I think he is trying to lull his competitors to sleep.
Well, he's definitely coming out here with a lot of belief that he's going to win this competition. So we are down one competitor, but this will be very interesting to see how this one goes.
Well, initially looking at that lineup, whoever you choose is going to be a good choice, but I think I might go with Yuki Togashi today.
Probably go Yuki too, just because of the experience and, you know, having known this competition for a long time. But something tells me Takumi Saito is going to try to really steal the limelight here. I mean, he's done such a good job of that already in the regular season, but too close to call.
Some of the other players that are enjoying the competition here, they're going to be part of the action here this weekend, but more than anything else, they're here to bring a lot of joy to the fans. And here is, you can see the fashion of Yuki Togashi. I'm still shaking my head, Josh.
Well, I don't know what's more amazing, the fact that he's come out in track pants or it's the new shoes, because he's not wearing traditional basketball shoes, but maybe that's a confidence sign, as you said, to kind of throw off his opponents.
Let's see, because, you know, I guess it doesn't matter what he's wearing, he's still got that speed anyhow. But right now, you can see the fans are just so eager to see our very first competition, the Skills Challenge.
いやもう最高ですね。いやまあ富樫選手昨日の会見でも言ってましたけどMVP 狙うってで初年度
So you can see there, Naoto Chuji
してないっていう風に言ってたんで
giving a quick interview, which is actually also nice because this is the only time you can really interview players on the floor. And there is that fashion that you're talking about. Can you imagine if he's able to come away with a win with what he's wearing?
What, that's what I'm looking at those shoes and thinking blisters, maybe because they're not very secure shoes. They can roll an ankle, but maybe it's all part of the fashion. I don't know. Maybe there's someone who said to him, "Hey, I want you to go out and wear that." But well, Naoki Tsuji and co-flipping teammates, of course, having a great year with the Guma Crane Thunders, and great to see, as you mentioned, teammates coming to support each other.
はい、ということで、このお写真もぜひ期待していただければと思います。
Well, looking at the fashion once again of Yuki Togashi, I guess he figures he's only going to be going one round, two at the most, if he does make it to the final. So he says, you know, blisters, maybe not. But again, you know, that's really not the kind of shoes you want to be able to wear in top-level competition. But as far as he's concerned, I think he feels that he can take everybody, even with those shoes.
じゃあちょっと雰囲気いかがですか？はい、こんにちは。How do you enjoy the atmosphere in the All-Star game here?
It's great. It's great. There's a lot of people here. Happy to be here.
はい、もうとにかくね、いっぱい人がいるということですごい楽しみにしてい
There's
る
a lot of people in the venue is an understatement. We don't have an empty seat in the house.
これから選手たちとね、話
Well, I remember the opening game against Utsunomiya Brex here at Chiba Jets when they hosted. It was a great atmosphere because the Brex, I mean, they've done such a great job of transitioning from their old arena in Funabashi now here to the Lala Bay Tokyo Arena. And as you said, this can be one of the most hostile atmospheres, you know, if there ever was one to say in the B-League, because you know, it just has such a great decibel from the noise that the fans make.
この後すぐスキルズチャレンジあるんですけれども、注目選手いたりしますか？
注目選手、いやもうみんなに注目したいなと思います。
何かアドバイス
It'll be really interesting to find out who these other players are in the other events are rooting for in this particular competition. We're going to start off here with the G-Shock Skills Challenge, and then a little bit later on it's going to be the Dry Zero 3-point shootout.
どうですか？ここまでは。
いやすごい雰囲気が最高で、I think I like this atmosphere, so I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, 本当最高ですよね。Yeah, I'm really enjoying it.
Well, the G-Shock Challenge, you got Rusei Shinoyama, who, you know, if you look at his team, they're having a very tough season in the B-League, who, you know, as we mentioned, one of the teams that were usually the stronger teams in the B-League, but a great occasion for the players to come here on this weekend, enjoy, forget about the stresses or the pressure or the expectations that they have with their clubs in the B-League. Just come here and relax a little bit. Well, Togashi, you know, Chiba Jets, they started very well this season. They were the heavy favorites, but they've had their troubles recently, so you know, good chance for everybody to come here, enjoy the weekend, and just, you know, let loose a little bit.
That's a great point. You'd like to still be able to play basketball, but without the pressure and all the stress that has to come with actually winning and needing to win, not just wanting to win. A little shy there is Ryo Sadohara. A while ago, Kawamata talked about the fact that he said he just can't wait to get this party started.
のチームなんで、やっぱドルフィンさんには頑張ってもらいたいなと思います。
ああ、いいですね。ね、アンダー18のね、後輩の選手もいるんでね。もしよろしければちょっと力強い。
And his interviews can actually be heard here inside the venue, Josh. And so the players that are on the floor can also hear what their co-players are saying, whether they're rooting for them or rooting against them.
Oh, you love that, of course. That builds the anticipation, but that's a great thing they do about the B-League. We've seen that in post games where they have the interviews, where it's the coach, the captain, the MVP has a few words for the fan, and you always hear the same message as well at the end. It's, thanks for joining us, and please make sure you support us for the future. And that just gives a stronger bond between players and fans here in the B-League.
Well, these players understand that the lifeblood of the league really are all these fans that come in, day out, to be able to watch the competition, support their favorite players, support their favorite teams. Without these fans, the B-League would not have grown to what it is today. And there behind, you can just see thousands of people have come here to the venue, because this is the place to be as we're just about ready to start the competition. Well, standing right there is Takumi Saito.
Because, you know, as we saw in the replay, he came so close last season, but it was, of course, Kawamura who left with the competition trophy. So I wonder how eager he'll be to win this year.
Imanishi is up first. Now we got the interview.
本当に、一番最初にやらせてもらえるっていうことなので、本当高校生らしく全力で頑張りたいと思います。
ズバリ何点目指していきたいですか。すみません、何秒ですね。何秒ですね。はい。
まあ25を目指したいと思います。
OK です。25秒を目指すということで、まずは今西選手のチャレンジです。
それでは位置についてください。
So here we have our first competitor, Yuto Imanishi. Quickly around those obstacles. Fails there on his first attempt. Gets it on the second. Free throw is crucial. He knew that was down. Again, through the obstacles. Does better that time. Now this is critical. The three. And he gets it in the second attempt. That's a decent time. 25.2, Josh.
Always the pass, Anthony. Once you get that first pass and make one mistake, you just lose the second. I think he did very well there to kind of react and get the second pass in. But as you mentioned, a very good time nonetheless.
Maybe also a little bit of nerves being the newest competitor here, and at the same time also the first. And now we've got Takumi Saito. We're going to have the interview
One of
first.
the most exciting players. Definitely one of the most exciting point guards you're going to find in the B-League.
I agree with you, Josh. 100%.
さあ続いては斉藤匠選手、今ねダイヤモンドドルフィンズの後輩のスキルチャレンジ見ましたがいかがでしたか。
いやもう本当1人目にしたらちょっと早いんじゃないかなというふうに思いますし、最近の高校生って本当うまいなと思います。
でも負けられないですよね。
もちろんです。負けられないです。
じゃあ何秒いきますか。さっき 25.2 だったんで
20秒。
20秒 OK。 よっしゃいい意気込みです。さあそこからはチャレンジいきましょう。
Well, a while ago, Imanishi said he was looking forward to 25 seconds. He got 25.2. So just a little bit off target, but let's see now for Saito's run. Quickly around. Gets it through on the first attempt. The free throw is down. So far perfect here for Takumi. Another pass through. This is going to be key. He does it. 21.9. Exceptional
I don't know how
run.
anybody's going to beat that one.
Wow. You need to be able to have a perfect run, Josh, and that was near perfect.
Well, I just felt he paced himself on the run, but then he got both passes, and again, he didn't miss a single beat on that play. So if Togashi or Shinoyama is going to beat that, they are going to have to go as fast as possible.
That's a good point, Josh. He wasn't going full speed around those obstacles.
And coming up next, the third challenger.
I just wondered, did he pace himself to kind of calm himself? Because I always find it's the pass that becomes a little bit more tricky than the shot. But, well, we'll see what happens here.
So we've got Aicha first.
What did you think of,
and his interview.
The challenge that we just saw right now?
It's my first time, so a little bit nervous, but I will enjoy it.
まあちょっと初めてということでね緊張していますがもうとにかく楽しみますということです。じゃあズバリ
Definitely there's nerves here, especially if you're a first-timer, Josh.
Are you going to go for?
20秒.
Well, yeah, no doubt about it. And also, I think the nerves have just racked up even higher after they saw that performance from Takumi Saito.
それでは位置について Stand by 参ります。
21.9 is now the score to beat. That's a little bit of a problem. That's gonna go against him. And so will that. And now he's in real trouble. That's definitely nerves. Finally gets that free throw to drop.
He's definitely frustrated knowing that some of those free throws were on target, but he's got to go as quick as possible now.
Uh-oh, he's in real trouble. He's gonna get it at the first attempt, 40.8. Clearly, nerves was a factor there, Josh.
Yeah, and as I mentioned, I think the performance of Takumi Saito definitely shook him up, but no doubt I think the rest of the players are also going to have to try to match up, because now it's going to be between Shinoyama and Togashi to really battle this one out on this round.
So final two competitors. Well, that 40.8 should calm Yuki Togashi down.
The next challenger, the fifth Chiba Jets, Togashi Yuki!
Of course, there is the added pressure of having to perform here at the Lala Arena.
そうですね、ちょっと匠さ、ここ船橋っていうの分かってないのかな、本当に。
そうですよね、ちょっと空気をみたいなところはありますよね。
そうっすよね。まあでもまあノーミスでっていうことですよね。
そういうことになります。何秒だとノーミスでいきますか？
まあでも確かに去年ノーミスでも負けた人もいるんで。まだ分かんないかなと。
ちょっと強力なライバルがね、不在と言いますか、はい、今ね海の向こうで頑張ってるんでね、チャンスではありますよね。
めちゃくちゃチャンスだと思ってたんですけど、ね、匠。
まあでもおもろしくなってきました。ここからは富樫選手のチャレンジいきます。
Here goes Yuki. He just kept talking about Takumi Saito's incredible run.
Here's a lot of pressure from the veteran player. Remember, the first ever $1 million player in Japanese basketball.
Gonna do a perfect run. So far, it's perfect. Free throw is in. He just made sure. Uh-oh. And now he's in trouble. He got another basketball. And now he's out of the competition.
He got very casual there, Anthony, didn't he?
Well, he was asking for a perfect run, and that was far from perfect. Still struggling with a three. 42.9! Worse than ICHU.
What makes you believe now, if Shinoyama has something similar, ICHU might go to the next round. So I don't think Togashi's too upset, but I don't know, maybe it was the shoes or maybe it was the track pants, but not quite his best performance.
I'll say it's the shoes, Josh. You and I were picking him to be the front runner here for this event, and he's out.
Of course, now standing player, and for those watching who don't know Yuki Togashi, originally from Niigata, briefly played pro basketball in the G League and almost in Italy, but you know, the first ever $1 million contract basketball player. That's how good he is.
Just don't use this as a basis for his performance, huh?
いやー、ちょっとね、フリースロー入ってホッとしすぎました。はい、もう次はスリーポイント勝負かなと思って時間見てたんですけど、その前でやっちゃいました。
ちょっとそこのこう余裕が出てしまったところが逆にミスにつながったというところですかね。
はい、でもなんかあそこバウンドパスって聞いてたような気もするので。
そうなんですか。ちょっとルール説明にはなかったと思うんですけれども、でも富樫選手がそう言うならもしかしたらそうだったかもしれないです。そこはちょっと審議いたします。はい。はい、ありがとうございます。富樫選手でした。
He had more of a problem with a pass than with a three-point shot.
Well, here we go, Anthony. This is redemption mode now for Shinoyama.
篠山選手のチャレンジ変身するのか。はい、まずはね、富樫選手からどんな
Let's listen to what he has to say first before his run.
富樫選手からちょっと今ね、お言葉あったと思うんですけれども、どんなことをおっしゃってましたか？
いや、全然聞こえてなかったです。
全然聞こえてなかった。はい。篠山選手、今日はご家族の皆さんはいらっしゃってるんですか？
はい、去年は美ら海水族館でジンベエザメ見てましたけど、家族たち 今年はディズニーランドは行かずにちゃんと関係者席で見てます。
どうですか、ご家族の皆さんにメッセージ、意気込みお願いできますか。
息子たちよ、父ちゃんは一等賞になるよ。
さあということで何秒目指していきますか。
斉藤匠は何秒？21秒9、21秒8。
まあでもそれでいいわけですからね。さあそれでは行きましょう。篠山選手のチャレンジ。
Here comes Shinoyama.
それでは
Togashi a while ago said he had a mistake on his three-point shot, but he was satisfied with his free throw. I think he had more problems really with that pass than anything else.
Shinoyama's just got to beat Togashi and Yu just to get to the next round, so there shouldn't be too much of a challenge for him.
Look at him just blazing through these obstacles. All boils down to the three-pointer. Bang! 21.7.
It's all about the run, Anthony. As long as you get everything on point, if you go as quick as possible, the obvious, you are going to get that higher mark, and he did just that.
$21.7, a fraction of a second better than the 21.9. Shinoyama needed a perfect run and he got it.
Well, as I was saying, is he knows how to perform under pressure, because if you remember when he played for Japan back in 2019 before the World Cup, he is renowned for making that one-handed fadeaway three-pointer at the half court against Qatar when the shot clock was winding down. So he lives for the pressure.
Well, before the run, he said he didn't hear about Togashi's advice. He said today his family came over here, and so he says, I need to be a champion. I'm definitely going to be the champion because I don't want to let my family down. Now going back to that run of Takumi Saito, and you mentioned he was breezing through the obstacles. He actually has a much better pace than what he showed. And if he did that, he just might have been our champion here today.
It's a great success story, Anthony. As we mentioned, Shinoyama, of course, of the Kawasaki Brave Thunders, the only team he's ever played for in Japanese basketball, came up short against Kawamura last year, and it's great to see him win the competition back that he wanted so badly.
しばらく日本には帰ってこなくていいからな。メンフィスで頑張れよ。
He's definitely a fan favorite, and he knows how to get the crowd involved in the competitions.
やっぱりジンベエザメ見に行っちゃダメですね。スリーポイント、富樫選手がスリーポイントを打つ前にこっちちらっと見て、あとはお前だぞみたいな顔したんですよ。今年は譲るぜみたいな。そういうなんか俺は戦いの螺旋は今年は降りたみたいな顔してこっち見てたんで、まあそういうお膳立てもあり。 ララーリーラの皆さん、ありがとうございます。
はい、本当ね、素敵なこうね、仲間からのサポートもありということでです。じゃあ最後はファンの皆さんにメッセージお願いいたします。
スキルズチャレンジはさすがに引退させてください。これもう天井でしょ。去年が天井だったけど、これ今年なかなかやっぱりね、チャンピオンとしてはやっぱまあチャンピオンなんで、あとはね、後輩たちを見ていきたいなと思うんで、はい、チャンピオンはやっぱ。
じゃあ連覇目指して頑張ってください。篠山選手おめでとうございました。
Once again, our champion there, here for our very first competition, the G-Shock Skills Challenge. Ryusei Shinoyama, as you said, a bridesmaid last year, and now he takes home the championship.
Well, people watching this competition at home, I mean, as we know, Anthony, it's a very, very tough challenge because, as you mentioned, You got to be quick, you got to be precise, but you also have to be very clinical, which most of these players have shown today. Togashi struggled with the second pass, but had he not struggled, maybe it could have gone in his favor, but that just goes to show the challenge or how the difficulty level of this challenge.
カシオ計算機株式会社より G-SHOCK 初代モデルのコンセプトを受け継いで開発された
Well, he's gonna get that G-SHOCK watch as part of his prize.
フルメタルクロノグラフ GMC B2100D1AJF
Shineyama, in that interview a while ago, said, "Hey Kawamura, finally I'm champion. Don't come back to Japan. Stay over there in the NBA." And he's saying this
after
might be
winning
his
that
last
watch,
time.
Anthony, yeah, he's not going to have any trouble telling the time in the future with that new watch. What a prize to win.
Once again, congratulations to the G-SHOCK Skills Challenge champion, Ryusei Shineyama. He was a sentimental favorite, Josh, and he came away with the winner.
What's good about this, Anthony, is that, you know, he's been with Kawasaki all of his career, and you know, he's used to being a winner. You know, he's used to challenging for B.LEAGUE championships, and this year they're rock bottom of the conference, so it's great to see him take an accolade away and just have something to feel positive about.
Well, they were looking forward to at least making it to the playoffs. There's still half the season to go, Josh, but again, they don't seem like they do have the tools to be able to stay in step with the rest of the top players and the top teams in the league.
Well, that just goes to show the competitive level of the B-League, and of course losing the focal centerpiece of that franchise in Nick Vazekas. They found it very tough to bounce back, but well, what a great G-SHOCK Skills challenge it is, and I tell you what, I'm looking forward to both the dunk and the three-point contest now.
So as they say, the best is still yet to come here for All-Star Weekend for 2025.
Well, going back to Shinoyama's message to Kawamura, you like what he said, finally I'm a champion, please stay in the NBA. Many will interpret that as, yep, stay there, keep doing well, or others will say, no, he wants him to stay there so he can win it again next year.
Well, definitely, you know what Kawamura brings to the table, and he's shown that whenever he's given the opportunity there in the NBA. Once again, let's hear from your champion.
しっかり踏んでました。いや俺は別に気にしないんだけど、桜井さんがずっと言ってんだよ。でもコンテストなんで全然そこは
雰囲気的には
そう雰囲気的にはもう最高でした。
いや僕地味に2年連続ノーミスなんですよ。
いやそうだよね。
そこ結構頑張ったと思います。
いやなんかめっちゃ頑張ってると思ったんですけど、なんか最後の優勝のコメントまでは考えてなかったのかなっていうのはちょっとありましたね。なんかいつも負けていじられるようなコメントを考えてるけど、そうなんですよ。優勝しちゃった時ちょっと恥ずかしそう。ちょっと最後ジャジャジャジャってなったんですよ。
もう和田目さん解説やだ。
こっちのM1 の審査員みたいな感覚でいるんでお願いしますよ。なんか来年出ないとか言ってましたけど、令和ロマンさん目指してください。しっかりスキルズチャレンジの。
連覇マンになりますから。いやきついな。ちょっと来年のこともうこれ以上できないと思います。早くそっち側行かせてください。僕も。こっ
ちがいっぱいなんでね。こっちはもうね。
確かに渋滞してるもんな。いいな。
いやお疲れ様です。
ありがとうございます。
素晴らしかったです。
ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
はい。本当に嬉しいです。すいません。本当に優勝した時の用のコメント何も用意してない。
大丈夫よ。そこ粒立てなくてごめんね。
すいません。よかったです。はい。ありがとうございました。
そこ楽しみにしてるんでね、この後もぜひ一緒に楽しんでいきましょう。ありがとうございました。さあ1本目のパス決めてきた、さすがの、そしてフリースロー、ナイスコー、そしてパスどうだ、あっとジャンプ、お2投目、おどうだ、入った、どうだ、入った、チャレンジ終了。
さあ現在議場には本当集まりで皆さんの姿も映しております。ぜひ皆さん、さまざまなチームを普段応援している皆さんがそれぞれの推しグッズを持って今日このララリーナ船橋にお集まりいただいていると思います。ぜひそのグッズをアピールしてください。皆さんの笑顔をバッチリ見せてください。今もブレックスファンの方とね、パーソニーブレックスファンの方が並んで座ってるなんていうオールスターならではの光景。あ、皆さんありがとうございます。 B ボルのこのハリセンボで篠山選手が金近選手を倒る辻直人選手、これ川崎時代のですね、ありがとうございます。あ、篠山倒る結構多いね、やっぱりね。あ、比江島選手の、タオルも見えます。比江島選手とともにこのロールの応援パネルなんていう B コールあれ進ますね素晴らしいキューティクルが素敵キューティクルが素敵キューティクルが素敵いやでも B コールのね今、ハリセン出していただいてましたけど篠山選手は昨年河村選手にもう勝ったんじゃないかと思えたスキルチャレンジそうでしたね最後で、河村選手に持ってかれて悲願成就となりましたかっこよかったですね今年こそというね強い思いをそしてご家族の前で悲願成就となりました父ちゃん日本一一番、ね、なりましたね父ちゃん日本一ちゃんと有言実行したっていうのが本当にかっこよかったですねはいさあそんなねもう熱いスキルチャレンジを受けましてこの後は長距離棒自慢スリーポイントコンテストですお客様へご案内しますフラッシュを使用しての写真撮影は禁止です試合中の動画撮影は15秒以内をお守りくださいまたこの後演出のため足元が暗くなります館内誘導灯を消灯いたしますのでご移動の際には十分にお気をつけください皆様お待たせしました続いてのプログラムは Dry Zero 3-Point Contest
And now we have our next event, the Dry Zero 3-point shootout, the 3-point contest. And let's meet the 7 players competing here in our second event today.
Well, this is always a great contest, Anthony, because as we know full well, the B-League as well as the Japanese national team, there is a plethora of so many great three-point shooters. So my money will be on Kishimoto to retain his championship.
Boy, looking at that lineup,
All right, here we go, the first challenger.
hard to disagree with you, but there's just so many great names there. And we're going to hear from all of them here as they're introduced one by one.
Second challenger NBA でも喝采を浴びたスリーポイントがホームを歓喜に千葉ジェッツ渡辺裕太 Third challenger アジアのシューティングスター大阪エベサレイ・パークス・ジュニアFourth challenger 昨シーズンチャンピオンシップのスリーポイント成功率驚異の 56% 広島ドラゴンフライズ山崎亮 Fifth challenger 場内の三つ指は欲しいままに昨シーズンスリーポイント成功率第一位宇都宮ブレックス比江島誠 Sixth challenger フェイク抜きでお願いします北関東のハッピー野郎群馬クレインサンドゥース辻直人 And the seventh challenger 前回チャンピオン&大会 MVP 琉球の魂琉球ゴールデンキングス岸本隆一
All exceptional shooters in their own right. And that's why they have earned their places here. Take your pick. Oh my goodness.
Well, Anthony, you know, we mentioned not Kishimoto, but I'm just wondering the buzz and noise back in the Philippines, which you may be able to hear if Bobby Ray Parks Jr. wins this. That would be phenomenal.
Well, that's for sure. But at the same time, as you said, there's just so many great shooters in the B-League. And these are just some of them. We're going to give them some time to warm up. Of course, Aima Sikia will be coming up first. It's key to be able to find your rhythm as early as you possibly can. There's Sparks in your screen. There's Rio. Boy, just looking back to this season, the way all of these performers have done in their respective games for their respective teams, you know this is going to be an exciting contest.
Well, Hiyajima will be one to look out for. I mean, as we've seen, he's had a very good three-point shooting season with Utsunami and Brex, as he is on the screen right now. But, you know, he's still going with the Japanese national team, and I would be very surprised if he's not a part of Akatsuki's Japan's plans this summer at the upcoming FIBA Asia Cup.
Well, first and foremost, they've got the international window this coming Feb. And then after that, as you said, the Asian Championships later on this year. Well, clearly a fan favorite. Long-time member, as you said, of the Japanese national squad.
Yeah, and also a lot of accolades to go to him individually. Remember, B.LEAGUE MVP back in, I believe it was 2018, and also winning the B.LEAGUE championship in 2022 with the Brexit and Golden Kings. So, you know, I think he's the same age as me, 34 years, and, you know, he's still going at an elite level. That just shows you what a primetime player he is.
As they were saying, you know, lately, the prime years have extended up until about 36, 37. For most of the players, don't talk about LeBron James, of course. He's in a different stratosphere.
Well, he is, just as you mentioned, his game. There's no way to explain it, and I just refuse to take part in the debate now of who the greatest player of all time. But I think we're going to find today who is the greatest three-point shooter in the B.LEAGUE.
Well, the focus really is on Makoto, as you can see. The fans have been keying on him, but at the same time, it really depends on who's able to catch fire early and who's able to sustain that effort. Yuta Watanabe has got to be one of the favorites. But at the same time, he has not been in good form as of late. But maybe in a relaxed setting such as this one, this might just be what the doctor ordered for him.
Well, bouncing back from that ankle injury that he did sustain in the opening game, as we mentioned, has definitely been a tough challenge for him. But, you know, I wonder, being new to the B-League, this is his debut season. He is a debutant after being in the G League and NBA for so many years. This is all new to him, so he's going to have to learn how to deal with this pressure, whereas you go up against that man, the experienced one-time B-League champion and current defending three-point champion as well.
That's a very interesting point. People don't realize that there is a transition period. And even the best players could struggle with that.
And as you said, Anthony, you've got to get off to a good start, but we have seen players in the past. I mean, Kishimoto's one of them. Whenever you have that stumble on the first two racks, you definitely need to have a perfect run in either the third and especially the fourth and fifth.
So all the players just trying to have their quick shot at all the racks before we begin. You can see Parks there trying to get into a rhythm. So most have gone to the racks, and we're just about ready for our first shooter. As the rest of the players will take their seats. Some are up to stand. We've got Aima Seki up first.
Well,
It either goes against you or for you when you're the first shooter, because number one, where it goes for you, you get a chance to set the tempo. But as you mentioned, when you do go first, that can be the most nerve-wracking thing. I wonder what position Rusei Kishimoto is going to go, because wherever he's going to go, definitely the most expectation is going to be on him.
Well, it looks like they're going to be going as the order as they've been called out. So seems like Kishimoto will be going last. Now to add excitement, we've got some of the local performers here.
Saあご登場いただきました。改めましてスペシャルチャレンジャーストーンズから高知優吾さん、そして田中樹さんです。
We've got six stones.
よろしくお願いします。よろしくお願いします。
そして応援としてメンバーの全員もお越しいただいております。ということでこの後ですね、チャレンジいただきます。コーチさん、そして田中さん、一人ずつ意気込みを教えてください。
そうですね、こんだけお客さんに見られながらシュートを打つ経験っていうのはないので、全力で楽しみたいと思います。
はい、ぜひね、楽しんでいただきたいと思います。田中さんどうですか？
ちょっとかなり緊張してるんですけどできれば1本でもいいので決めたいなと思って、はい、全力でやらせていただきます。
はい、ぜひね、もう1本だけでも決めたらすごいんでね。はい。ということでですね、今回はエキシビションということで特別ルールで、お二人にはチャレンジしていただきます。本来は5箇所から5球ずつ打って合計25球でやるんですけれども、皆さんはこの1箇所ずつ1球だけ全部一発勝負となっております。
計5球で。
はい、計5球です。はい。
わかりました。
はい。お二人準備は OK ですか？
はい、でも大丈夫です。はい。
後ろからジェスさん、はい、準備 OK ですか？応援もね、大事なので、はい、
応援も大事ですから。
はい、皆さんもね、ベンチから応援していただきますんで、はい、全員準備 OK ということで、早速チャレンジに行っていきたいと思います。それではまずは、コーチさんスタンバイをお願いいたします。
はい、お願いします。
エキシビジョンチャレンジ、コーチ選手、位置についてください。参ります。レディー、ゴー！
惜しい！惜しい！いいよ。
コーチ落ち着いて落ち着いて
落ち着いて。
For the guest challenger, Josh, would they just have one ball per rack?
What's new to the B.LEAGUE? I don't quite remember them having this last year, Anthony, but great to see they've got 6 stones. The people who make the best music, but he's made that one in the middle, which is great.
2 more coming up. Good line, just a little bit short.
But people need to remember, if you do tune into B.LEAGUE Basketball, the opening song is definitely sung by this group, so very popular with these B.LEAGUE fans.
Nice shoot.
So pretty good, 1 out of 5.
I think we both know it's better than what I can do, that's for sure.
I'm sure you can do better than that, Josh.
I think Enzo Floho will give a different scatter report on that one, but I appreciate the compliment.
I'm gonna check from Enzo then. We're gonna see now another one from the 6 stones. So are we gonna be able to add up all of their shots and see if they can contend eventually?
それでは田中選手のエキシビジョンチャレンジです。位置についていただきまして。
Because you have to think it's quite a surreal moment, these guys performing this challenge, why the B.LEAGUE plays their official music, which is, well, that wasn't even close.
Well, you know, he's got the wrist power. That time he took a little bit off and was way short.
大丈夫大丈夫、ゆっくりで大丈夫、そばにいるから。
Just a little bit
Maybe
off to
just
the
a
left.
little bit too much arc on this one.
I think he's feeling the pressure. Showing in his face. Try to bank it through.
He's got to make this one. Got to get at least one. He's got the right arc. He just needs to get the right precision.
Way off on that one as well.
I just wonder, is it tough to shoot these three-pointers when they're in their sort of, their attire that they use for singing? I mean, those jackets aren't very light, I must imagine.
Not to mention the fact that you're in a packed stadium. And they're there to listen to you sing, not necessarily for you to shoot a basketball.
皆さんもぜひステージへお戻りください。あれどこ行っちゃった？はい、そう、あ、戻ってきますね。はい、皆さんにも
難しいんだな、それだけ。
めちゃくちゃ難しい。
いや緊張した。緊張してたね。
したよ。
さあということで、改めましてまずはコーチさんね、1点決めましたね。
いや、ありがとうございます。
いや、皆さん大きな拍手をお送りください。
気持ちよかった見てて。スポーンと入ったね。
プロの皆さんのレベルの高さを身をもって体験できたんで、すごい楽しかったです。ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。皆さんにもね、この難しさっていうのもちょっと逆に伝わったんじゃないかなと思いましたね。
遠かったです。
田中さんいかがでしたか？
なんかボールが信じられないぐらい重く感じました。わかるわかる。そんぐらい緊張しましたけど、でも楽しかったです。貴重な経験だったので、ありがとうございます。
はい、ありがとうございます。そしてね、皆さんにも、観戦いただきました。まずはじゃあ森本さんいかがでしたか？
すごい緊張しているのが伝わったんですけど、でもよくテレビで見るゴール入ってウェーイって盛り上がるやつができたので、貴重な経験させていただけたなと思います。
いやー、本当すごいポジティブな素敵なお言葉ありがとうございます。さあそして、じゃあ松村さんはいかがでしたか？
やっぱ選手の皆さんが割と軽々と決めちゃうじゃないですか。
はい、
こんだけむずいんだってことをなんか表せて来た甲斐があったなと思いました。
いや、もうそういうふうにおっしゃっていただけてありがとうございます。もうね、
本当にすごい皆さん。
はい、ありがとうございます。ということで改めましてスペシャルチャレンジャーとしましてストーンズから、高知優吾さん、そして田中樹さんでした。
ありがとうございました。
皆様今一度大きな拍手をお送りください。
ナイスファイト。僕もその靴持ってます。僕もこの靴持ってます。
So now that our guest challengers are through, we now go to the real competitors.
選手たちのチャレンジです。一体どんな記録を打ち立ててくれるのか。まもなくチャレンジスタートです。
Now the big question remains, Josh. Did that ice the shooters?
Yeah, very interesting. You make them sit for a while to watch that, so they're gonna have to, after they have their warm-up, then you sit down a bit, you kind of get a little bit cold, a little bit stiff, so it's gonna be now interesting to see who's able to come through with this.
And remember, Kishimoto's gonna be coming up last, and so he's gonna be shooting after maybe about another 10 minutes. Now we got the 18-year-old Aima Sekiya.
観客が多い中でプレーできるのはとても嬉しく思います。
ちなみに先ほどアンダー18のね今西選手からも応援のメッセージあったんですけれども、いかがですか？
いや、もうそれを力にしてトップバッターを切って頑張りたいと思います。
じゃあズバリ何点取っていきますか
？21点で。
21点で。はい、じゃあそれではチャレンジいきましょう。
それでは位置についてください。
Our first shooter for the dry zero 3-point shootout. Sekiya is on.
1投目をきれいに決めた。ホワイトボール。
Decent start.
10秒経過。
Money ball not gonna drop.
Just slightly off balance on some of these 3 points, but remember, 18 years old, a complete new experience for this young man.
He's liking the top of the key. That one just a little off. Final rack. More than enough time. He slowed down a little bit. Took his time on that last one. Just 11 points here for Sekiya.
We definitely saw it the first 2 balls. It just took a little bit of time, but as you said, Anthony, right at the top of the key looked a little bit more confident. It's always when he got on the final 2 racks, that angle didn't seem to quite go in his favor.
But before his interview, before he went out, he said his goal is 21. Unfortunately, he didn't finish with 11 points. He's loving the atmosphere, though. This has got to be quite daunting for somebody just 18 years of age.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, as you mentioned, still a young kid, but to come here and perform in front of these fans that age, I mean, he doesn't get exactly into the mix with the Chiba Jets, but nonetheless a great learning experience for him himself.
And here, the star of the Chiba Jets, Yuta Watanabe. The ripe age of 30.
いやもう緊張しすぎてもう今真っ白です。
緊張されてるんですね。そうには見えないですけれども、関谷選手の今ね見ましたけれども、後輩のどうでしたか？
いや頼もしかったですね。一発目多分一番やっぱ緊張すると思うんですけど、もう堂々とやっぱ打ってたんで、いやちょっと見習いたいです。
はい、ということでね、関谷選手のパワーも受け継いでここからチャレンジとなりますが、ズバリ何点目指していきますか？
まあちょっと控えめに15ぐらいいけたら。
控えめですね。はい、ぜひね15点は超えていただけるように、はい、渡辺選手頑張ってください。さあここからはYutaのシューター。
Here comes Yuta. A while ago, Sekiya said he was disappointed, but he said next time, I promise to make 21 points. But right now, the focus is on Yuta Watanabe.
Ready, go!
Watanabe's goal is 15. Still nothing after the first rack.
Well, we haven't translated what he said in the opening interview. He did say he was very nervous, and as I mentioned, Anthony, he's very new to this, and a lot of expectations on him.
He needs that one to drop. Still at 6 points. He needs a good 2 racks. You finished strong there, Josh, but again, it looks like his shooting woes have followed him here today.
Felt like he was just trying to go a little too quickly. Didn't seem to quite hold his arc very much. In that case, you did see he was rushing the 3-pointers, but 14, not the best, but not the worst, Anthony.
Well, his goal was only 15. Usually you want something in the high teens, but he said 15 and he was just 1 short. And it shows you even the biggest of stars, even those who have actually played at the highest level in the NBA, still get nervous.
And as mentioned, a big difference between the NBA and the international game. You know, you talked about it very well, the transition from the 2 games. And, you know, we have seen that from him. He's had outstanding games in the B-League. He's had games where he's struggled as well. But, you know, he's got to get used to this kind of environment. And, you know, with all these fans, I don't think there's a place in Japan he can walk without people knowing who he is.
Now we got Ray Parks from the Philippines.
How are you enjoying the atmosphere here in the arena?
I love the atmosphere. I appreciate the B-League for giving us a platform to showcase our talents. And yeah, let's have fun.
本当にねこの最高の雰囲気の中、そして B リーグにもこの場を、作ってくれたことをすごく感謝してますし、何より皆さん一緒に楽しみましょうということです。Alright, how many points are you going to go for?
Hopefully more than 14.
何点目指しますかというところで、とりあえず14は超えたいということです。はい。Alright, let's go, Ray. Up for the challenge.
He's going to opt to start from the opposite end.
Interesting now, left-handed going from the other end, so I just wonder how this will go in his favor. But you know, as we've seen when he played for both Nagoya and now currently with Osaka, he has those games, Anthony, when he gets on fire, it almost becomes automatic for him.
See how automatic it is for him here. And he balls just rimming out.
Goes in.
5 points now after 2 racks.
30 seconds to go.
More than enough time. The money ball dropping there. Just at 9.
We have to make all of them now to tie it with Watanabe.
10 seconds to go.
And he was asking for just more than 14. Moneyball doesn't drop. He's going to finish with 12.
Again, it's a tough one because you did see he was a little off balance in some of those three-pointers, but wasn't quite able to get into that groove as we've seen him done before.
You almost got to 14 right at the end there, but how was it? Did you enjoy the challenge?
It was fun, definitely. A little cold.
ちょっとすごい楽しかったですけど、ちょっと今寒くて震えてますということです。はい。Are you looking forward to anyone else coming up after this?
All of them are great shooters, so I'm excited to see each one get their attempt.
はい、この後のね選手の注目聞いたんですけれどもね、もう本当みんな注目というところでね、すごいこの後も楽しみたいというお話です。ありがとうございました。Thank you, Ray.
Very well said there by Ray Parks. Choosing a single shooter. Asuri Yamazaki's up next.
And upcoming the 4th challenger, Hiroshima Dragonflies, Yamazaki Ryo!
さあ山崎選手、紹介にもありますけれどもね、昨年のチャンピオンシップシリーズでのスリーポイント成功率 56% ということで、自信の方はいかがですか？
いやもうそれは去年のことなので、ちょっとあんまり自信はないですけど頑張ります。
はい、じゃあズバリ何点目指していきますか？
今一番スコアされている15以上を目指します。
はい、ということで15点以上、はい、それでは山崎選手頑張っていきましょう。
Well, there's his head coach. He was his teammate last season when they did win the B.LEAGUE. But Anthony, as I said, he is a very cool and calm, collective sniper from the three-point line.
Can he bring that here to the competition? We'll find out. His goal is just over 15. Blazing start almost. They're just showing those 2 money balls.
Well, those money balls could be costly. He's got to make them.
Still short on that other one. 7 points. Really focused on that money ball. Still didn't go down at 9.
5, 4, 3, 2.
He's running out of time. Ooh, just 9 points there for Rio.
Well, he got off to a high flying start, making the first 4, and maybe the confidence just dwindled when he missed that opening money ball.
さあということで山崎選手、今ボソッとめちゃくちゃ緊張したというお声こぼれてましたけども、
いやなんかもうふわふわしてました。
どうですか、こうイメージ通りにはちょっといかなかった感じですか？
いやまあこんなもんじゃないですかね。
はい、ということで山崎選手、でもどうですか、楽しめましたか？
はい、いい思い出になりました。ありがとうございます。
はい、山崎選手のチャレンジでした。ありがとうございました。
Some fans here of the Hiroshima Dragonflies in the house. Obviously disappointed there about the performance of Yamazaki. He apologized to the fans saying, but this is me. And again, he actually was close on a lot of those money balls, just not dropping.
シーズン中に残してくれてるんだと思います。はい。はい。もう良かったです。はい。
ありがとうございます。はい、そうですね。これからのシーズンもね、期待したいところです。
Well, as his head coach has mentioned, they got off to a very tough start to the season. They have been able to turn things around, but next one up, Makoto Hiyajima. Here's a man who potentially could take this away from Kishimoto.
Oh, for sure. 14 points. Should be easy for him to topple.
But interesting, Anthony, one thing I've got to notice is the game that he played here in the opening weekend of the B-League, he struggled immensely from the three-point line. So I wonder if that's going to come back to haunt him.
さあ比江島選手、今ねこの横の選手からもみんな期待している、そして応援の皆さんからもね大きな声援上がりましたが、いかがですか？
期待されてますね。頑張ります。
どうですか、自信の方は？
自信はぼちぼちです。
ぼちぼち、じゃあそのぼちぼちの自信ですが、何ポイント狙っていきますか
？14です。
14ポイント、はい、ということでね、同点狙いということで、はい、それでは比江島選手のチャレンジいきましょ
う。それでは比江島選手、位置についてください。
So a while ago, Asayama talked about Yamazaki saying, doesn't matter if he misses here. What's more important is he makes it in the regular season. Now, Makoto Hiyajima. And his goal, he said, is just 14. Which is quite surprising. You want to set the bar and set the bar high. He has found a rhythm here.
Two big money balls, that's crucial.
There's another one going down. For the lead, no. Still at 14. Took his time for that one. Still, the money ball not dropping. But he's got 15 points.
Why did he hesitate, Anthony?
And that double clutch, I think, might have cost him.
Well, Kishimoto just needs to be 15 to regain the championship.
Don't forget now to Chuji though, because Chuji has been shooting the lights out here in the regular season.
Oh, no doubt about it. Tsuji's going to have a big performance because to get plus 15. I just wonder though, Anthony, why did he let the time expire? That's always an important thing to do as a shooter. You got to think when you're in that rhythm, you just got to let it go.
I agree with you 100%. Only he can answer that.
続いて参りましょう。Dry Zero 3-point contest, the sixth challenger, Kuma Crane Thunders, Tsuji Naoto!
Here comes Naoto Chuji.
ありがとうございます。さあ、辻選手、まずは昨日は素敵な歌声ありがとうございました。
なんかありましたっけ？ちょっと覚えてないです。はい。
覚えてないですか？ちょっとじゃあなかったことに。でもね、仲間も増えてる感じですよね。
もうそれは本当に仲間のおかげでなんとか助かりました。本当に感謝してます。
はい、ということで、仲間の皆さんもね、応援している中です。何ポイント狙っていきますか？
いやもう16ですよね、それ。 これあれですか、こっちから打ったらダメなんですよね。決まってる？右利きはこっちからとかで決まってはない。
どこから大丈夫です。
で、あっちから打っても大丈夫なんですよね。じゃあ僕あっちからでこっちから打ちます。はい。
はい、OK です。では辻選手頑張っていきましょう。
すでにスタートからトリッキーですね。それでは位置についてください。
Opting to start from that side.
Okay.
Score to beat right now is 15.
Well, Keith, get off to a good start, make the money balls count. That's what's going to help you get in the lead.
His target is just over 15. Just 2 points out of the first rack. Needs to make this one. Now he's in real trouble. Money ball drops. That will help.
Well, he's got to need big here in the last 2 blocks. Well, it's possible.
Definitely is. Can at least tie for 15.
All for the lead.
That's offline.
He's a very relieved man as well, Hyojima.
So now that sets the table for Ryuichi Kishimoto. 15 is very reachable for him. But let's hear first from Tsuji.
最後の1本会場中外せっていう念が多分比江島を勝たせる念がすごかったです。
いや、そんなことないと思いますよ。皆さん応援したとは思いますよ。
皆さん応援してくれてました。ほんま嬉しいです。ありがとうございます。
辻さん、この後もね2日間続くんで最後まで楽しんでいきましょう。
ありがとうございました。楽しみたいと思います。
ありがとうございました。辻選手でした。
Visibly disappointed there, and you can see the reaction of Hyojima. He knew it. Dodged the bullet.
I just wonder with Tsuji, if he knew the time was expiring, did he maybe just rush that final one? Probably could have collected himself a little bit better, but as mentioned, Hyojima, only 1 more round to survive, but it's against the defending champion.
Kishimoto has been sitting down for over 10 minutes. Not counting the time he sat down because of the guest performers.
はい、やっぱり比江島選手には負けたくないなと思うので、はい、ぜひここは取っておきたいと思います。
そうですね、もう比江島選手に勝てばもう優勝というところなんで、ズバリ何点狙っていきますか
？20ぐらいを目指して、はい、頑張りたいと思います。
OK、ではここからは昨年のチャンピオンのチャレンジです。いきましょう。
それでは
He's going to take off his warm-ups. I think he wants to stay warm all throughout. No, there he goes.
Well, would this make him a little bit more cold? Interesting to know, but Anthony, defending champion, now trying to regain his title.
Boy, Kishimoto says he's looking at 21.
Wow, that's something.
Overshoots in his first 2. Strong on his third as well. Nothing on the first rack.
Not a great start for Kishimoto.
He's not going to get to 21. A little bit more arc on that. He's at 4 points.
And he's 10 for the tie.
Things are looking good here for Hyojima. Uh-oh.
What? Possible. Gotta make this.
For the tie, yes!
Oh my lord, incredible. Incredible.
He knew he needed that one. Took his time and let it fly.
What's interesting, those two in 2023 battled out for the B.LEAGUE Championship. No, 2022, excuse me. And it was Hiyajima who won.
最後すごかったですね。
ありがとうございます。はい。
どうですか、最後もうなんとかして。
Didn't get off to a good start, but he finished strong.
はい、よく分かってなかったんですけど、なんとなく良かったかなと思います。はい。
いやーすごいです、完成でしたからね。ということでこの後まだ大会続きますので引き続きよろしくお願いします。ありがとうございました。
さあこれで全てのチャレンジが終了し、結果トップはなんと比江島誠選手の15ポイント、そして岸本隆一選手の15ポイントでなんとタイ
It
で
looks
す。
like we're going to have another round here between these two.
選手2人、ここで2025年のドライゼロスリーポイント。
Shimoda saying, let's just share it.
The momentum goes in favor of, isn't it, Anthony? Because you think Hiyajima probably shot, what, 4 rounds ago? Or two rounds ago, excuse me.
Correct.
Kishimoto's in better rhythm, I think.
それではアレックスからルール説明お願いいたします。
はい、それではここからですね、延長戦のルール説明いたします。
So the focus now is on those two individuals.
延長戦はエントリーナンバー順に行います。チャレンジャーは2位のボールラックポジションから10秒間のスリーポイントシュートにチャレンジしていただき、その合計得点で勝者を決めます。ここでもスコアが同点だった場合は繰り返しチャレンジを行って勝者が決まるまで続けていくというようなところとなっていきます。ということで比江島選手、そして岸本選手、スタンバイお願いいたします。
それでは比江島選手、スタンバイお願いいたします。どこのラックからでも OK ですので、
Looks like Hiyajima might be going first.
10秒間スリーポイントを打ち続けると。
Well, this will be tough because he did shoot first. He went to sit down. So, what did he get last time? 15. I mean, he's got to go for whatever he can, best as possible.
Looks like they're going to do a tiebreaker here. He's choosing to go to this rack.
スタンバイ OK です。Dry Zero 3-point contest 入れの延長戦参りましょう。Ready?
So the Dry Zero 3-point shootout goes to an extra game.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Wow, that's solid. 5 points is going to be very hard to beat, Josh.
Oh, we asked the question, could he respond? And you know what? Sitting down for a while, that's what he does for Brex. Takes a little break straight off the bench. He knows how to deliver.
He's being hexed there by Hiyajima. Where does Kishimoto opt to take his rack? He needs to be perfect.
The pressure's back on him now, but again, he's been up and moving, so he should be ready for this.
Ooh, he's missed all. And Makoto Hiyajima is your champion for 2025.
Well, the Brex not losing to Golden Kings in any final whatsoever, Anthony. Very much well-deserved by one of the B-League's best, Makoto Hiyajima.
それでは選手の皆さん、コート中央にお集まりください。
Once again, we're going to hear from our champion. It went down to an extra rack. And there, Makoto Hiyajima was near perfect.
延長戦を制しての激戦、今のお気持ちをお聞かせください。
呪い聞きました。よかった。ありがとうございます。
ズバリ勝因はどんなところにありましたか？
どんなところ？いやいや、もう去年のスリーポイントキングなんで、
自信持って臨みました。
いやー、力強い言葉ありがとうございます。見事勝利しました。最後は応援の皆様にメッセージをお願いいたします。
はい、いつも応援ありがとうございます。まだ引き続きオールスターあるので、楽しみましょう。ありがとうございました。
改めまして比江島選手優勝おめでとうございます。 Congratulations!
Dry Zero 3-point Champion 比江島誠選手、おめでとうございます。それではここで SixTONES の皆さんと参加選手全員で記念撮影を行います。皆さんコート中央へお願いいたします。
Well, here Jima said he's very happy. He's now the three-point king. He came in here with a lot of confidence, Josh, and that confidence showed, especially in that extra rack.
Well, I've been tweeting this almost for the last 3 years that he is the best three-point shooter in the B.LEAGUE. Now, granted, he hasn't won this competition, but I would go as far to say, Anthony, he's probably, one of the best three-point shooters you're going to find within the FIBA Asia. So, no doubt, I will be surprised if he's not again a part of Tom Havas's plans this coming summer for the Asia Cup.
I think that's almost a certainty. The dethroned champion still came up with a tremendous performance, just falling short in that extra rack. Yuto Watanabe and the rest of them, including Naoto Chuji, and that youngster, Haima Sikia, will have to wait another year together with Ray Parks.
That's some big names in this competition, Anthony. I think everybody was looking at Yuto Watanabe, especially international fans. But again, you take notice the plethora of great three-point shooters you got to find in the B.LEAGUE, and there's many more we can name. That just goes to show the level of competition here in the Japanese B.LEAGUE.
And there's your dry zero three-point shootout champion, Makoto Hiyajima.
Next, 副賞の贈呈です。アサヒビール株式会社よりアサヒドライゼロ1年分が贈られます。プレゼンターはアサヒドライゼロブランド担当塩島昭久様です。
You can see the disappointment in some of these players' faces, especially Ryo Yamazaki. But, use the motivation, get back next season because, as his head coach said, he's going to make a lot more three-pointers for the Dragonflies as the regular season persists.
That is for sure. 2 of our events done. And there's your dry zero three-point shootout champion. We've crowned 2 champions already here this afternoon. It's the slam dunk competition.
なんか最後やっぱね登場する時のね、オーラがすごかったよ。
すごかったです。
会場が静かになってたから、
チャンピオン来たみたいな感じが出てましたけど、
僕も今すぐにでも帰りたいです。
あれ最後のサドンデスの時のエアボールあれ何だったんですか？
いや単純に緊張してました。
勝ってくれよ比江島に。
すいません。本当すいません。
いやお疲れ様でした。すごいいいもの見せてもらいました。
ありがとうございます。
来シーズンオールスター期待してます。
はい、ありがとうございます。
見てください。よろしくお願いします。
お疲れ様です。
がチャレンジ順となります。So here we've got a pear tree. This is the specialty of the Funabashi area. You can see there's 3 pairs that have a paper bag on them. If you take one of them, each should have a number on them. So yeah, if you want to hold on to the branch and just pull it off. Yeah. Okay, yes. そんな感じで。で、まだ開けないでくださいね。はい、まあこうフィリピン選手はもうね、チョイスはないですね。はい、最後残ったやつです。はい、ということで皆さん、if you want to take it out of the bag and show us the number、コーフィリピン選手まず2番、そしてアンソニー・ゲインズ・ジュニア選手が1番、そしてトリ・マフィー・ジュニア選手が3番目となりました。この順番でのチャレンジとなります。それでは選手の皆さん、スタンバイをお願いいたします。この後、まもなくダンクコンテストの予選を開始いたします。今しばらくお待ちください。
さあ、まもなくキャプテンアメリカブレイブニューワールドダンクコンテストがスタートいたしますが、今年は来月2月14日金曜日に劇場公開されるマーベルスタジオ映画最新作キャプテンアメリカブレイブニューワールドと B リーグがタッグを組み、今回のダンクコンテストが開催されます。それではキャプテンアメリカブレイブニューワールドダンクコンテストルールの説明です。ダンクコンテストのルールを説明いたします。各選手60秒の制限時間内に1回のダンクチャレンジを行い、成功した時点で終了となります。制限時間内であれば外した場合にも再挑戦が可能となっております。そして各選手のダンクチャレンジを審査員がそれぞれ10点満点で審査いたします。ハイスコアの上位2名がファイナル進出です。ダンクコンテストは予選、そして決勝と行います。予選は審査員による採点によって得点の高い上位2名が決勝へと進出。そして決勝は会場の皆さん、そして配信をご覧の皆様による SNS 投票でチャンピオンが決定いたします。皆さんの1票が B リーグダンク王を決します。皆様どうぞご参加よろしくお願いいたします。続きまして今大会の審査員の皆様をご紹介いたします。 From Chiba Jets 富樫勇樹選手。
千葉ジェッツキャプテン、そしてオールスターファン投票最多ホワイトのキャプテンでもございます。そしてその背番号はチーム初の永久欠番、千葉ジェッツ初代キャプテン、株式会社千葉ジェッツ船橋取締役佐藤弘樹さん。そして B リーグ全力応援バスケ魂プレゼントバイバスケットライブのメイン MC 3代目 JSOULBROTHERS 山下健二郎さん。そして本日会場にお越しのファン代表といたしまして、ともやくん13歳、そして健太くん10歳、ご兄弟での審査です。大きな拍手お願いします。さあ、そしてジャンボくんにも加わっていきます。最後ジャンボくんです。以上、5組6名様の皆さんの審査員によってダンクコンテスト予選が行われます。よろしくお願いいたします。では審査員の方々は審査員席へご着席ください。まもなくキャプテンアメリカブレイブニューワールドダンクコンテストがスタートいたします。場内が暗くなりますのでご移動には皆様十分ご注意ください。お待たせいたしました。キャプテンアメリカブレイブニューワールドダンクコンテストチャレンジャーの登場です。
The world is on the brink of war. Work with me, Sam. Help me rebuild the Avengers. Captain America. You don't even know what this is.
Captain America Brave New World.
Wait for it.
正義の象徴を受け継いだサム・ウィルソン。チームの思いをつなぐ B リーグのキャプテンたち。重圧、責任、レガシー、仲間、さまざまな思いを抱えながら、それでも彼らは勝利のために戦う。キャプテンアメリカブレイブニューワールド2月14日劇場公開。リソナグループ B リーグオールスター2025。逆境を超えて飛べ。
And now we're set for the Captain America Brave New World Dunk Contest. Let's find out who the 3 competitors are for 2025.
B リーグのスーパーダンクヒーローたちが集結。飛べ B リーグダンクヒーロー。鹿児島上昇のシンボル、天高く舞う黒豹のシー側以下に鹿児島ラムナーズアントニー・ゲイズ・ジュニア。
身体能力を持つヤングスターサルマカン・シャブーヤトロイ・マーフィー・ジュニア。爆発的なスピードで飛び上がるハヤブサザ・日本人ダンカーブン・マクレーン・ゾンですコープ・ウェペ真のヒーローは誰になるのか。以上の3選手による戦いの火蓋が切られます。Alright、それでは選手の皆さんはスタンバイをお願いします。Alright, Dunkers, let's get ready.
And now time for the 3 dunkers to limber up and get ready for their high-flying acrobatic acts.
Well, Anthony, when talking about Anthony Gaines Jr., my father actually coached against him in the Canadian CBL when he played for London Lightning. And one thing he kept remarking about him was, this guy is absolutely relentless. But the thing about the dunk contest is, you know, as time goes on, innovation and creativity eventually is going to run out. So you think so many great dunks have been done in the past, it just makes you wonder, what is going to be new? What's going to be different that's going to capture the imagination of the panelists and also the fans?
That's a very big question. That will be answered here in a few minutes. We're going to start out with Anthony Gaines Jr.
World Dunk Contest, the first challenger, Kagoshima Red Knights, Anthony Gaines Jr.
さあ、アンソニー選手、ここからダンクコンテスト、調子はいかがですか？ How are you feeling going into the dunk contest?
I'm here to have fun. I'm happy to be here with all these great players. I'm just here to represent for Kagoshima and have a great time today.
はい、本当にね、この素晴らしい選手たち、そしてファンの皆さんと一緒に入れることをすごく嬉しく思いますし、とにかく鹿児島を代表して楽しみたいということです。What kind of a dunk are you going to show us today? どんなダンク見せてくれますか？
Hopefully something powerful. That's what I'm known for, powerful dunks. So hopefully a powerful dunk that gets everybody going today.
はい、もうとにかくね、パワーたっぷりのみんながね、驚くようなダンクを見せたいということです。Alright, Anthony, are you ready for the challenge? Alright, let's go, Anthony!
Standing by.
Our judges were introduced earlier.
If you're ready, please
Yuki Togashi, one of them. Now let's start to see some high-flying acts. That's a powerful dunk there to start things off.
Well, not a bad way to start. He's going for an early windmill, but I think he is just saving best for last at the moment.
But with nerves being a factor here once again, you want to just to be able to make sure that you get your first dunk in and through.
Well, the benchmark has been set, so it makes you wonder how are the other Murphy Jr. and the likes of Kof Flip. Let's have a look at the replay again. It makes it look so easy, Anthony.
But he finishes that windmill with a really strong flush. Let's see what the judges say.
No surprise.
48ポイントとなりました。ただいまのアンソニー・ゲインズ・ジュニア選手48ポイントです。
Here for Anthony Gaines Jr. in his first dunk.
さあ、それではここで審査員の方にもお話をお伺いしたいと思います。
Just gets him up there, gets him on the board with a more than decent score.
一発目のダンクコンテストでここまで綺麗にしっかりパワーのあるダンクを見せられるってすごいなというところで、この点数にしました。
いやありがとうございます。この後の期待ですね。ありがとうございます。佐藤さんのコメントでした。
続いて参りましょう。The second challenger from Gunma Green Thunders, Cole Flippin!
Redemption time now for Cole Flippin here, Anthony.
And it all begins with his first dunk.
さあということでコー・フィリピン選手2023年のチャンピオンということでまた王座を取り返すチャンスですがいかがですか It's your chance to get the championship back from 2013. How are you feeling?
今回4回やりましたね。じゃあ今年レイアップ
でいくんですかダンクコンテストですよ。
はい、レイアップコンテスト。
レイアップコンテスト、ちょっと審査員がどう思うかは分からないですが、ぜひじゃあレイアップコンテスト頑張ってください。はい、ということでコー・フィリピン選手、ダンクコンテスト、レイアップコンテスト頑張っていただきましょう。
Standing by. 参りましょう。Ready, go!
Ooh, between the legs.
We tried the exact same one last year, Anthony. If you remember, he got a little bit fatigued on the second and third attempt, so it'd be amazing to see after a year, is he able to pull this one off?
Stretch out a little bit more. And now he's in trouble. So you want to save that one for...
Up and catch it mid-air last year, so I wonder will he go to that option, but he's going to have to change it up quickly.
He needs to come up with a dunk here. Not the way you want to start if you want to try to regain the championship.
Well, it's the same one as I said that he attempted. And again, his players, we know this, his players age. That vertical slowly dwindles, and I'm very impressed he's gone with it, but it's a very tough dunk to pull off.
レイアップはちゃんとね、レイアップもちゃんと決めてきます。それでは審査得点見てみましょう。一斉にどうぞ。こちらは
It's quite a high mark for a missed attempt, I'd say.
9点、8点、7点、8点、8点となっています。
Very kind judges, Josh.
Very generous.
ただいまの合計、コー・フリッピン選手40ポイントとなりました。
Well, he's definitely disappointed about that result. Just slightly short.
コー・フィリピン選手いかがでしたか。
ごめんなさい、0点だと思って上げたら8点でした。
0だと思って8だったんですね。
はい、まあでもね、やっぱり
ちょっとフィリピン選手帰ってきます。
いやいや、もう本当に、彼の能力を知ってるだけにね、すごいダンク見たかったですけど、なかなかやっぱアップ不足だったと思います、多分。
そういうことですね。でも最後ね、レイアップ決めてくれましたね。
綺麗なレイアップでした。
はい、ということで富樫選手ありがとうございました。
それでは最後のチャレンジャーとなります。The last challenger from
So now we have Troy Murphy Jr.
Troy Murphy Jr.
Well, he's had a very steady season playing for Sun Rocket Shibuya. They've got a challenge to get into the playoffs, but as mentioned, B.LEAGUE All-Star Weekend. He can take that stress away now. Just try to focus on this dunk contest.
ここ2人のねチャレンジ見てみていかがでしたか。
いや、もう AJ もコウもすごいダンカーなので、やっぱ俺も頑張らなきゃって思います。はい。
サンディも応援してくれてますよ。
はい、いつも応援してくれてます。はい。
じゃあ最後どんなダンク見せてくれますか。どんなダンク見せてくれますか。
We'll see.
見てみましょうということで、じゃあここからはトレマフィー・ジュニア選手のチャレンジいきましょ
う。Please stand by.
Well, he's gonna call in a teammate to help him out.
Looks like he may be trying to go the vertical over the mascot. I'm not quite sure, but again, he's got to be 48. That's going to be the challenge.
So Josh helping him out here.
Well, for those not aware, that's Josh Hawkinson, teammate, but also a naturalized player for the Japanese national team, but right now not delivering the assist.
That's got to come off straight off the side of the board, not to the side. That's better. Looking up at the time, still has more than enough. I think Josh is more pressured than Troy.
It's a very tough pass to execute, for sure. But also, I think Troy Murphy Jr. just needs to slow down a bit, give himself a little bit more time when going into this.
He's gonna do away with that and just come up with a slam here. Well, the shot clock was winding down, and you see Josh Hawkinson there saying, "That was my bad. Those were 3 poor passes off the board." Of course, I wasn't referring to you, Josh. Talking about Hawkinson there.
Well, Josh Hawkinson, a terrific player, as you mentioned, had a great Olympic campaign, also in the World Cup, but I just feel Troy Murphy Jr. could have maybe been a little bit more patient with chasing up for those passes, because 2 of them, he did get very close to Anthony.
Yes, he did.
Well, the mascot is generous. The Chiba Jets mascot is generous.
46 points.
ということで以上で全選手のダンクチャレンジが終了いたしました。それでは結果を見てみましょう。1位は48ポイント獲得。こちらは鹿児島レブナーズアントニー・ゲインズ・ジュニア。
So there are your scores.
2位がサンロッカー渋谷。
48 for Gaines, 46 for Murphy, and 40 for Flippin. Considering the fact that he didn't get a slam dunk through, that's a very good score, Josh.
That is not a bad score to have, as you mentioned, by not having a slam dunk. I think he did go for the layup at the end, but the games, as you mentioned, you send the best one out there, sets the tempo. It almost becomes impossible for both Murphy Jr. and Cole Flippin to kind of match that.
果敢に攻めたダンクもすごかったし、実際このコートの中でこの角度でダンク見ることってなかなか経験できないので、本当貴重な経験させてもらってます。
ありがとうございます。そして智也くん、健太くん、ファンを代表してのお二人ね、投票でしたが、ダンク見てていかがでしたか？
最初のホーキンソン選手とのダンクが決まってたら50点でしたね。
50点、あ、そういうことですね。満点になったということで、いやどうでしたか、お兄ちゃんは。
最初のダンクは惜しかったんですけど、まあ最後の決めたダンクもすごかったです。
はい、ありがとうございます。じゃあね、この後決勝戦があるんでね、決勝戦も期待してみんなで楽しく見守りましょう。ありがとうございました。
さあこの後はいよいよ決勝です。審査員の皆様もありがとうございました。どうぞ引き続き審査員席からダンクコンテスト決勝見届けてください。よろしくお願いいたします。お待たせいたしました。キャプテンアメリカ Brave New World ダンクコンテスト、いよいよ頂上決戦です。こちらのファイナルではファイナリストがそれぞれ1回のダンクを決めた後、会場の皆さん、そして今配信をご覧の皆さんにどちらのダンクの技術が高かったか、そして美しかったかを審査していただき、その得票数が高かった方がチャンピオンとなります。 皆様がお使いの X のアカウント、旧 Twitter のアカウントから指定ハッシュタグをつけて X にて投稿することで投票ができます。皆さんのこの1票でチャンピオンが決まりますので、ぜひ投票お願いいたします。審査員席の皆様も決勝は X からの投票をお願いいたします。
So now, Josh, after those 3 dunks, the fans are now going to vote who the champion will be, or who they feel the champion should be for 2025.
Judging by the rankings so far from the panelists, I think it will be very unpredictable at the moment, Anthony.
Jr. それではダンクコンテスト決勝スタートです。まずは先攻、サンロッカーズ渋谷トロイ・マーフィー・ジュニア選手、スタンバイお願いいたします。
Now we have Troy Murphy Jr. going up first.
Ready, go.
So Cole Flippin is out.
Well, he's got a chance to go first here, so now he can set a little tempo himself. Almost got it, Anthony.
Still enough time. Crowd trying to help propel him to this dunk. That's a solid one.
That will definitely give him a little bit of a booster, probably more than he got in the first round, but for sure I think Anthony Gaines is going to be able to match that one.
ではリプレイをどうぞ。
Showed a lot of hang
get a
time
very high
there.
mark. That's not bad at all.
Getting from the front of the rim to the side.
And those windmills are always very tough to execute as well.
練習してたダンクが全然できなくて、ちょっと迷っちゃったんですけど、いやね、ちゃんとダンク決めたっていうことができたので、はい、頑張りました。
はい、いやこれの大きな拍手ですね。はい、じゃあこの後も最後まで楽しんでいきましょう。ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございました。さあ皆さん、投票は両者のダンクが終了した後に行います。ダンクの技術点、そして芸術点をよくチェックしておいてください。では続きまして、高校予選1位通過 From Kagoshima Red-Nose Anthony Gaines Jr. Please stand by. これはトスのお願いなんでしょうか。
That shouldn't be allowed. Asking a judge to help you out, he's going to give you a 10.
Togashi, I don't think he had much choice, but again, love the Converse sneakers. He came out with those in the skills challenge. I need to get a pair of those sneakers, Anthony.
Here he goes. Ooh. That would have been a great one. Let's see if he's going to try to execute that again. Even Murphy wants to see him. Ooh, just a little short again.
0 for 2 on that. Still a bit of time. He's got enough time to connect this. He's almost there.
Yes!
That should do it. That should do it.
He's definitely going to get a 10 here from Yuki Togashi. You need a lot of hang time for that one. Watch him. Catching it in the air. And then the spin.
He caught the first two at a very awkward angle, but you know, he's able to gather himself very collectively for the final one. So great job by Anthony Gaines Jr.
How was it looking at the replay? How do you think you did?
I wish I would have got it on the first try, but seeing the replay, I mean, I'm proud of the dunk.
1回目でね決めたかったんですけれども、リプレイを見る限りかなりいい感じに決められたんじゃないかなというふうに思いました。ちなみに富樫選手とは事前に決めてたんですか？ Did you ask Togashi beforehand or just right there on the spot?
No, I asked him beforehand. I never gave him a clear idea of what we were doing. I just told him I may grab him, and so that's why the confusion was at the beginning. But I did tell him before.
事前にね富樫選手にはちょっと手伝ってほしいかもっていう話はしたんですけれども、実際に何やってもらうかっていうのはもうあの場で調整したということでした。ということでアンソニー・ゲイン選手ナイスダンクありがとうございました。Thank you。
ありがとうございました。両者のダンクが終了いたしましたので、これから投票タイムとなります。皆様センタービジョンをご覧ください。皆様がお使いの旧 TwitterX のアカウントからビジョンに記載のある指定ハッシュタグをつけて X にて投稿することで投票完了となります。ハッシュタグダンクの後にどちらかの選手名をつけた上でハッシュタグ B リーグオールスターを加えて投稿するだけで投票は完了です。
Now we'll find out who the fans say should be our Captain America Brave New World Dunk Contest champion.
I like how they do this. The B.LEAGUE gives them the option to do the vote, I think, via X. And I think 10,000 people in here. But Anthony, I gotta tell you, Anthony Gaines Jr. should be taking the championship home. But in the case of last year, there was no surprise to see DJ Stephens win the competition. Not as exciting this year, but still a very good performance.
非公開アカウントからの投稿、指定ハッシュタグ付き投稿を単にリポストやシェアをするだけではカウントされません。ご注意ください。
Well, it's nice to see that the fans are involved. Not just as spectators, but they can actually choose their favorite dunk as well. This is choice number 1.
Sound like that one. He just gave himself a little lob, and if you think he takes off at the right angle, but with the previous dunk he tried to do with Josh Hawkinson, I don't think he timed himself in the run-up to that one, but still the second one, good, but not as great as Anthony Gaines Jr.'s in my mind. That is unbeatable.
If he was able to execute that one with Josh Hawkinson, he should be taking home the championship. Talking about Troy Murphy. Can they vote for themselves, Josh? If they have their phones with them?
I think that would be a little bit dubious if they ended up voting for themselves, but as you mentioned, a lot of votes to take in, and modern day technology does make the process a little bit easier.
Let's find out who our champion will be for 2025.
Sa, ということで集計結果が出たようです。それでは結果を見てみましょう。さあということで 15% 対 85% でこちらアンソニー選手が見事
And as you expected, Josh, Anthony Gaines is our champion, and rightfully so.
I think that was a very obvious one for the fans, and again, you know, the 85% says it all. I think in the very first opener with the windmill, that kind of set, as I said, the benchmark in the tempo, and I think that was always going to be tough for both Ko Flippin and Troy Murphy Jr. to match up to.
I feel great to be in front of everyone in Japan watching. This was a great opportunity for me and to represent Kagoshima, so I'm very proud of what happened today.
まずね、ここの日本でオールスターでさらにこのダンクコンテストに参加できたこと、そしてさらに鹿児島をね、代表して挑戦できたこと、非常に嬉しく思いますということです。いや最後ね、はい、大きな拍手ありがとうございます。 最後はね、本当に見事なダンク来ましたけども、いかがでしたか？ That last dunk, I think, really blew everyone's mind. The last dunk was really awesome. How did you feel about that last one?
The last one was tricky. I've done it a lot of times, but then I guess I got a little nervous and missed the first two. But once again, I'm happy about the result at the end.
最後のね、ミスターダンク、何回もやったことある、自分の持っているダンクなんですけれどもね、最初ちょっと緊張して1個目、2個目は難しかったけれども、やっぱこの結果には満足しているというようなメッセージです。さあ、ということで最後は、多くのファンに来ていただいています。メッセージをお願いいたします。You want to give a message to all the fans here today?
Thank you for your support. Thanks for everyone who showed up, especially all the Rev Nice fans coming from Kagoshima. Very happy for your support all season. And we did this together. Go Kagoshima. Thank you.
本当にね、今日お越しいただいたすべての皆様、そしてさらに言うと鹿児島からお越しいただいている皆様、本当にね、みんなチーム一丸となって、僕がこのチャンピオンになれたと思うので、本当に感謝していますというようなメッセージでした。Alright, once again, congratulations to you, Anthony. アンソニー選手、おめでとうございます。
それでは表彰を行います。
So congratulations to our third and final champion here. Here's Anthony Gaines Jr., your Captain America, Brave New World Dunk Contest champion.
Also very excellent to see you've got participants here and also debutants coming not only from the B-League but also B2. In the case of the other two players, well, they'll have B-League championship aspirations, but a great thing for Kagoshima, not to mention the likes of Anthony Gaines Jr. to take home a personal accolade. It's a great thing for him and his team.
Once again,
I totally agree.
Congratulations! Round of applause! 以上、キャプテンアメリカ Brave New World ダンクコンテストでした。
So the early events that we have leading up to the main game today are done. Congratulations to your G-Shock Skills Challenge champion, Ryusei Shinoyama. We also have the Dry Zero 3-point shootout champion, Makoto Hyojima. And there, in action, we have Anthony Gaines Jr., Captain America, Brave New World Dunk Contest champion.
そうなんです。今年の B リーグオールスターゲーム2025は B1
There are your three winners, Josh.
Was phenomenal three-point shooting by Makoto Hyojima as well as the skill set from Ryusei Shinoyama. But Anthony Gaines Jr. definitely in my mind stole the show with that last dunk performance. I'm looking forward to the Rising All-Stars game, Anthony. That is going to be exciting.
Yes, both of us are looking forward to that one. We are going to take a little break. When we come back, it's going to be the Rising Stars up against the Asia All-Stars right here in our B-League coverage.
マスコットの皆さんにも B ブラック、B ホワイトで分かれていただきます。各チームごとでの勝負を実施し、Day1、そして Day2 合わせて7試合を行い、4勝したチームが優勝。さあ皆さんやる気満々といったところでございますけれども、真剣勝負の前はやっぱりウォームアップ必要ですよね。それではご来場の皆さんも一緒に準備体操していきましょう。はい、それでは皆様体を大きく屈伸させていきましょう。膝の伸ばし曲げ屈伸屈伸、あ、いいですね。素晴らしい。全然屈伸してない子もいますね。まあ人それぞれですからいいですよ。膝大事ですからね。続いて毛伸び、伸び伸び伸びと、お客さんも一緒にお願いしますね。はい、毛伸び、リラックス。続いて前屈、はい、あ、いいですね。柔らかいんだか柔らかくないんだかよくわからない感じがいいですね。はい、無理はしないように、決して無理はしないように。じゃあ続いてジャンプいくよ。はい、ジャンプジャンプジャンプジャンプジャンプ、素晴らしい。ナイスジャンプ。 それじゃあアピールタイム、皆さんのフリースタイルダンス、はい。皆さんめっちゃうまい。ムーンウォーク気をつけてる人見えないからね。どうだ。ムーンウォークうますぎでしょ。判例です。さあ、まもなく深呼吸。インヘル、アウトヘル。吸って吐いて吸って